I don't think it can have 2 batteries. Let's put this rumor to the test. Struggling to find a watch that's tough, stylish, and fits your lifestyle? The Casio GShock GA2100 series might just be your answer. After wearing it for 7 days straight, I'll be diving into the pros, the cons, and as a bonus, even addressing a wild rumor. So stick around to the end of the video where we will crack open the GA2100 Casioak and find out if it really has 2 batteries inside. So let's make a start with the pros. These are the things that I loved about the GA2100 series Casioak GShock. And we're going to start things strong with the Sleepy Goat alarm test. To answer the question, yes, this watch has sufficient volume to wake me up in the morning, and I'll give you a demonstration. So as you can hear there, it is sufficiently loud, although that's not going to be the last that you hear about the volume. Let me tell you that now. And speaking of the alarms, I really like that you can quickly tell which alarms are on and off as you cycle through them. All right. That's a bit hard to see up there, actually. Let's bring it over here. Man, and you will hear more about this negative display. My God. So, as we're scrolling through here, see the little on there. All right, alarm 4, alarm 5 on, all right, and it just gives you a little quick indication whether they're on or off, so I did like that. Also, when you are setting an alarm, see how that minute hand is in the way right there? So if we go to adjust it, check it out. See how it just kind of budges out of the way for you so you can see? Really appreciate that, okay? Although I did notice when you're setting it that the little HND symbol is blinking, and I'm wondering what that means. Does that mean that the hand's moved out of the way? If you do know, please let us know in the comments below. Next up, I really like that it has a nice modern 4-button module that allows you to scroll both up and down, which is more than can be said for some other models where you can only scroll one way and the other button does nothing. So if we go into the adjustment mode here for the time, and I'll get us over to, and I like it that the hands move out of the way, as I said. So let's actually get to the hours here. So as you can see, we can scroll up and we can scroll down, okay? And the other good thing about scrolling up and down is that when we actually lock this in, actually let's go back in time so that I can show you. Let's go to 12 and I'll lock that in. Check it out, the hands are going backwards, all right? All right, now that may seem like, you know, oh, that makes sense. Why wouldn't they all do that? That's actually a luxury, guys, if you're like me and you're coming from this very budget SCME 2091. Now, this watch, which we've done a full review on here, if you missed it, it is unable to do that. And if we wanted to go back by even an hour, guess what? These hands would have to go berserk for like a couple of minutes, going forwards by 23 hours. So it's just ridiculous. So yeah, was very happy to see that one here. And it really respects your time by scrolling both ways, and it does it nice and quickly. So the other thing is this thing has nice beefy G-Shock specs, okay? So that means it's great in the shower, all right? There's no doubt about that. I did take some footage to show you how waterproof it is. It's got a nice mineral glass, which you do not have to worry about scratching. I've never scratched a mineral glass before. 200 meters of water resistance, you know, more than you're going to need, and it just feels really great in the hand but also on the wrist. And hopefully, guys, later today I will be taking it to have a hit around on the volleyball court. It's going to be the first time that I've been on the volleyball court since my operation, so I'm looking forward to that and seeing how this performs there as well. Next up, I really like what I like to call the boop, 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 beep, which we have talked about in other videos, but let me bring the mic down to demonstrate. All right, and that just lets you know that you've got back to the home time. Now, to be honest, guys, there were a few times that I missed this, okay? I was trying to use the audio cues to press it, and I was like, man, I didn't even tell the difference. When is it back at the home time? So I'd like to test it against another one. Here we have my Casio A500W, which we've done a full review on here, if you missed it. Check the top right there. But let's listen to the boop, boop, beep of this one. So I'd be really curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below if this has changed at all. But yeah, I do have to be honest, I did miss this a very few times. Next up, I really loved this extremely useful weekday dial. Just at the left there, you see, and it really just lets you know at a glance, you know, what day of the week it is without having to press any buttons to, you know, change anything on the LCD. So I thought that was really cool. I also like that you can still see this analog time even when you're in the digital countdown timer. So if I head over to there, countdown timer there. So see how the hands still indicate the time there, which is about 3:35. All right, so I thought that was pretty nice. And also the analog contrast. Like, look at these nice hands against the white dial there. Isn't that really nice and legible and easy to read? But the same cannot be said for the digital, guys. I mean, that digital display is just dreadful, isn't it? Let's be real. So yeah, more about that in the cons section. Next up, guys, it's to do with the lighting and the glow of the face of this particular model. And I have to say that it is really, really nice at nighttime, okay? This model is specifically one that glows in the dark. Was really, really cool. Now, Casey Montgomery left us a comment on the Goat Reviews Facebook page asking to do a glow test charge with only the built-in LED. He hasn't seen anyone do that yet. So I'd love to do that, as we didn't actually test the LED in the unboxing video. Oh, and if you missed the unboxing video, check that video out here. It was a good one. So let's get these lights off. All right, now I can't exactly go back in time. Some of the overhead lights here have obviously charged this a little bit, but here is what is considered the double LED. All right, that's what's mentioned as the double LED by GShock. So what do you reckon? I found it really good in the dark, and as you can see, it leaves quite a patch, doesn't it, there? And actually, guys, I've got a brand new macro lens that I'm very keen to show you. So here we go. What do you reckon of this? So yeah, see that little glowing patch there? Let's chuck on the double LED. You can really get a feel there for how directional the light is. But look, it really illuminates that dodgy little display, doesn't it? So really, really cool. Let me know what you think of this new macro lens, by the way, guys. You liking the new detail? And I'll do a lot more close-ups if you're digging it. Alrighty, and this is the very last thing I noticed in the pros section for the Casioak, and I couldn't believe how happy I was when I spotted it. Ready for this? Flip it over. It's actually on the case back. Can you see what it is? And I can't believe I missed this in the unboxing. These straps have quick release spring bars and they are nicely tucked away. Look at how they've done this, guys. So there's no way that those little knobs of the spring bar are going to protrude into your wrist and piss you off, all right? They're going to be nicely tucked away, and yet you still get the benefit of a quick release spring bar. Now I've just cut me nails, so I probably can't do it. But if you had big nails, there you go. Look, how easy is that to remove the straps? And look, that little spring bar ain't going anywhere because of the way it's designed. It's just going to stay in the strap, so you don't have to worry about it getting lost. So personally, I think that's a really great step by Casio. They must know that people are going to be into modding. So yeah, really big if you are someone who wants to mod your Casioak. So look, if you are impressed by the Casioak and think it would be a good addition to your collection, I would advise picking one up. I think it's a nice watch. We will get into the cons, obviously, but overall, I have been very happy with this watch. If you would like to pick one up, you can head to genie.us/Casioak or scan the QR that's on screen just here. And I'll also leave a link for you in the description below. And it is always cool when you guys join me on the watch of the week, you know, wear the same watch that I'm wearing. Satish over here, here's a picture of him. He actually opted to wear his newly picked up Casioak that he acquired during the Watch of the Week episode. So thanks for sharing that one, man. But yeah, so let's get on now to the cons. These are the things that I hated about the Casioak. But just before we get into the cons, Bubble is here to remind you to ram that like button. Aren't you, Bubble? Oh, you're really just here for the treat, aren't you? Yes, here you go, Bubble. Have your treat. And you may have noticed that Bubble is wearing a cute and stylish little jacket. And for those of you who don't know, Bubble has a massive brain. She is very intelligent, and she actually has the ability to ask when she wants to wear a jacket or when she wants to take off a jacket or swap jackets. So she'll actually press this button. Ready?
Jacket.
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 She pushes the button to let me know when she wants to change jackets. So aren't you a good girl, Bubble? Remember, like the video for Bubble. Whoa. And her cute jacket. Treat, Bubble, here, look. Yes, good girl. I don't know if you can hear that, but Bubble is back there asking to put her jacket back on. But not now, Bubble. I've got something even better for you because we are getting in to the cons. These are the things that I really disliked about the Casioak. And some of them will upset you so much that you might just need a treat. In fact, even I do. No, this is really for Bubble. Bubble, here. Good girl. Well, let's start by addressing the absolute elephant in the room. And we've already touched on it a little bit, guys. It's so obvious. It is this absolutely disgraceful negative display. Okay? Bubble, I've just given you a treat. Stop asking for a jacket. Hold on. Look at this thing, guys. Even in the unboxing video, it was honestly unclear to me whether the little LCD was even working. That's how bad it is, all right? And I've got massive, I've got heaps of studio lights on and stuff to try and make it better, but obviously it is still really, really bad. Now, I do have to say, guys, it's only this particular model or other models of the Casioak that have the little negative display. So if you are going to pick one up, please pick one with a positive display. Okay, I really cannot implore you enough. Now, the other thing is, guys, if you do have one with a negative display and you would like to swap it, I have actually created a guide video on how to go from positive to negative and negative to positive displays. Here is the watch that I did it to. Believe it or not, this SKME watch here used to have a negative display, just like the Casioak does, okay? If you would like to see the full video guide for that one, please check that video out here. And also let me know in the comments if you think it's worth me doing the same conversion to this watch, because I'd really love to know. And if it gets enough interest, I might just have to do it. Now, this next one is really quite upsetting that Casio keeps doing this with their modern watches and G-Shocks. Check it out. If we go over to the alarm section, which I can barely even tell whether we're there. I think we are. Wait, are we on stop? What? No, we are. We're on alarm. My God. Okay, check this out, guys. If we cycle it, all right, we've got on and we've got off. We've got on, we've got off, and that is it. Now, this is the exact same issue with the ABL 100, another very modern Casio watch. All right, I'm going to show you on this one because you couldn't bloody see it on that one. All right, alarm, all right, on, off, that's all. All right, but check it out. This is a much older A500W. We get alarm on, one. Okay, off, on, one on. On, off, one on. That's 3 options, all right? And I don't see why Casio would make it so that you can't do that anymore, because let's face it, guys, it is very handy having an alarm that goes off one time and then you don't have to worry about turning it off. So that was a very big disappointment to see with this watch, okay? Now, also to do with setting the alarm, at night, I couldn't bloody tell whether it was AM or PM when I was setting the alarm, and I actually fumbled and set it for PM instead of AM. I swear to God it happened, okay? So let's bring it in, and I'll try and show you when I'm setting the alarm. Okay, now at least the hands are moving, albeit quite slowly. But look, imagine, right, you're in the pitch of night and you've maybe got a little lamp on behind your bed and you're trying to set this to AM or PM, right? Like we're going over the 12 right now. I honestly cannot tell what's going on or whether it's AM or PM. I was like, wait, is it in 24-hour mode to be clear? But then I'm like, no, when you go past 12, it doesn't. So yeah, the legibility really comes in to bite you right here, guys, okay? Yeah. Big con right there. Now this one I need to try and verify for you right now, all right? Also to do with setting the alarm, and we're going to need to do a bit of setup because it is to do with the fat ass of the hour hand. You heard that right. So I'm going to need to try and adjust this, okay? So we're going to go into adjust here, and we're going to put what time would the ass of the hour hand get in the way? So it would be pointing at like what, 11? All right, so let's set this to stopwatch time. Oh man, am I not in the... You can barely tell what's going on here, guys, with this digital display. I really do think I have to change it. All right, so we're going to go to the time. We're going to set the hour to, what did we say? 11. Let's see. 11. And we're going to lock that in. Now, as you can see, the minutes and hour hand is spinning. It's going to take the hour hand a while to get up to 11. But while it does, we're going to go over to alarm. Okay, and we're going to get ready to start setting it and see if the ass budges out of the way, because I don't think it did. Okay, oh, damn it. So I've done it wrong, guys. It's not the ass of the hour hand. You know what, let's try. No, you can still see the AM or PM, but let's adjust it. Okay, so look, it only moves the minute hand, and look, if you're looking at it front on, the ass of the minute hand actually does intrude onto the display a bit. Now, if we start cycling, hang on, I can't tell whether we're on AM or PM, but look, we're going from 12 to 1, okay? It gets in the way, okay? So hang on, I'm going to pull this off screen for a second because I literally cannot even see it. What? Oh my God, it is there. Look at this, guys. At this particular angle, do you know what? We're gonna chuck on the macro lens because this is incredible. All right, guys, we are in the alarm adjustment menu and we are absolutely zoomed in. And as you can see, the ass of the hour and minute hands does slightly intrude onto the LCD. And believe it or not, at very, very low resolution and brightness is the little P symbol there. I'm looking at my phone screen right now and I literally can't see it, but it is definitely being obscured somewhat. So yeah, we really need to talk about the balancing of these hands. Now, the next thing we're going to do is show what the front of the hands moving out of the way looks like. You have seen it happen properly when setting the alarms, I believe, but I'm here to show you that it doesn't work in all of the modes, which is actually quite frustrating. So if we are in... Let's just make sure we're on home time. Oh, hang on, we're already editing. Okay, so we're on the home time. Now let's pick a really pain in the ass mode, a really pain in the ass time, which I reckon it'd be about 4:20, 4:25. All right, so let's get that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll scroll it up to 25. Well, let's go 20, yeah. Maybe 24. Boom. We lock that in. Now look where these hands are going. They're definitely going to go and get in the way of the screen. So let's find out once and for all, which modes does it actually have the consideration to move them out of the way for you. All right, look at that. That's about as bad as it's going to get. Now, this actually did happen to me, guys, and I wanted to know world time zone. All right, so let's go. Look at that. Completely blocking it. Now, if you wanted to cycle through, I've got it set to Delhi, but look at this. I can only see the second 2 letters of those time zones. How am I supposed to know what those are? All right, I don't remember all those. Let's go to the next mode here. The stopwatch, again, completely obscured by the hands. If we start the timer, yep, doesn't go, oh no, you really want to know now, move it. No, it just doesn't bother. Okay, so we're going to pause that. And now onto the timer, countdown timer, same deal. Hands are just, sorry guys, I'm staying in the way. And the alarm is the only one that moves, but you have to press adjust first, and then it goes, oh, okay, I guess I'll move out of the way for you. Okay? And then back to the home time. So look, I don't see why Casio would implement this quote-unquote convenience of, you know, let's make it move out of the way for you and only apply it to one single mode. Come on, guys. What were you thinking there? And next up, guys, it is these recessed buttons, all right? They really are quite unusually difficult to press, all right? It's not so bad when you are not wearing the watch and you're setting it up. However, once it is on the wrist, it really is quite a pain to try and press these buttons. It just, Not a fan. I would like it if they were a little bit longer. Now, funnily enough, this was actually one of the probably single points that the SKME version, the SKME 2091, actually did pretty well. If you take a look at these luxuriously big, nice pushes here, they are just an absolute pleasure to press. So on top of being a budget option, they actually did win in this regard. If you would like to pick up a SKME 2091, scan the QR on screen just here or head to genie.us/SKME 2091, linked in the description below. And the final con that I have about this watch, and it's kind of subjective if I'm being honest, but this is what my wife thought of the watch when I first showed it to her, all right? She said, and I quote, "The colours are a bit too contrasty. It looks cute though, like a kindergarten watch, like a kid's watch." I don't know. I don't really agree with that, guys. I think it looks ruggedly handsome, but let me know what you think. Do you think this looks like a kid's watch? Do you agree with my wife, or do you disagree? Let me know down below. Alrighty, guys, that is it for the cons, which means we are about to get into the bonus where we crack open this bad boy and see what's under the case back to address the wild rumour. Now, this rumour came in from Fratellini, a longtime viewer of the channel, and he told me that apparently the Casioak series watches, the normal ones at least, have 2 batteries in here. Now, I find that really hard to believe, but he mentioned that according to the documentation, the Bluetooth series ones just have 1 battery, but these normal ones have 2. So I'm really keen to bust this open and check. And as always, thank you to Fratellini for your insightful and compelling comments. So let's bust it open and find out. First things first, we are going to remove these quick release spring bars here. Come on. It's supposed to be quick release. Quick. There we go. God. Oh, my nail is too short to get this top one. What can I do? Maybe I can... big brain time. We're going to use the little... Come on. Yes. All right. Now check it out, guys. This thing has quite a flat case back, all right? I'm gonna be very surprised if this legitimately has 2 batteries jammed in here, all right? What do you reckon? Place your bets down below. Do you think it's gonna have a single or a double battery? I can't see why it would be double. Anyway, we're gonna use my beloved electric screwdriver, which you can pick up for a great price at genie.us/edriver. Also will be linked for you down below. USB-C charging just makes undoing watches and anything really a breeze. Tons of bit options as well. Here we go. Okay, all right, guys. Now, I really should have got all my proper tools out, but I figured this would just be a little quick check, wouldn't it? Here's the module, all right? I mean, I don't think it can have 2 batteries. Let's put this rumour to the test. We're going to pop out the module here. Uh-oh. I don't want to pry up that battery. Let's swap to a flat head. Gently, gently. Ooh. That looks pretty cool, don't it? Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. Very cool. But look, I don't see 2 batteries. No way. Hang on a minute. Oh, what? Oh, look at that. Well, I'll be damned. There's 2 batteries. They're very small ones, though. Guys, this whole time, I figured that it would be, you know those CR2032 coin cell batteries? The ones that are about... They're probably about as big as the circle on the back of that rubber. That's what I was expecting, because I'm pretty sure that's what was inside the SKME. And that's what's in most of these watches, to be honest. So guess what, Fratellini? You are absolutely right, my friend. I'm not even going to say on a technicality because they're small. It does have 2 batteries. If anyone knows why, please do give us an explanation down below because I'm really interested in finding out that insight. Let's get it back together. Too easy. All right, guys, I hope you've liked the bonus there. And if you would like to pick up a Casioak series, doesn't have to be this particular one with the negative display, do make sure you head to the QR code just here, which is genie.us/Casioak. And again, it will be linked for you below. And it is a really cool watch to have in your collection. Now, I did have one question for you guys just before you go. I noticed a secret menu with this watch, which they tend to have, all right? So I think it was these 3 buttons. That's one of them. Yep. So, all right. Okay, yeah, check it. Oh, man, the bloody hand's in the way. Hang on, let's see if you can. So what does that number say? Something 590, okay? Now, typically these secret menus, that number is a reflection of the module number. But if we flip it over, that ain't the module number. It's 5611, all right? So why is it something 590 there? If anyone knows the answer to this mystery, please do let us know down in the comments below. A massive thank you to our Goat Crew channel members for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. Here's a link if you would like to join us. Please do share this video if you found it entertaining or if you have someone who is a watch lover like yourself. Here's a link to some more great content for you to watch next and my watch reviews playlist called Watch of the Week. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next review.
Jacket.
Jacket?